Okay, now we are going to talk about point-slope form of a line. All right, starting with this question, how many pieces of information do we need to find an equation of a unique line? All right, a unique line, we could have lines that all have the same slope pass through different points. So a unique line, we need a slope and a point. Okay, you need a slope and a point to have a unique line. Now, our point is going to be the point x1, y1, and our slope is going in for m. This is the equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That is our go-to equation for writing equations when we are given a point and a slope, okay? You plug in for the slope, and you plug in x1 and y1 for your point. All right, let's look at an example. Maybe. All right, here we go. So again, the general form of the equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Please write that in every time. The more you write it, the better you're going to be at remembering it. Okay? So when you have a point, the point 2, 1, that goes in for x1 and y1. Your slope goes in for m. So where you have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus y1 is 1, so we plug that in, equals m, which is 4, times x minus x1, which is 2. And that is it. You'll leave it like that. Okay, that is point-slope form. All right, another example. Your point is negative 7, 2, so that's x1 and y1. Your slope is 5, 6. So again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You have y minus y1, which is 2, equals m, which is 5, 6, times x minus x1, which is negative 7. Now, minus a negative 7 becomes plus 7. And there you go. Okay, go ahead and pause. I think the next page is your U-tries. Oh, no, your U-tries is right below this. I can't see it on mine. Okay, go ahead and pause, do the U-try, and then start it back up again. Okay, so again, next slide, rewrite the general form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Write the equation of the line that passes through the 2 points in point-slope form. Okay, remember in point-slope form, we need a point and we need a slope. Well, when you're given 2 points, we don't have a slope. Well, we can find a slope. Yes, you have x1, y1, x2, and y2. So recall your slope is y2, which is 9, minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is negative 2, minus x1, which is 2. So you get 4 over negative 4, which is negative 1. That is your slope. Now from there, you need to pick a point, and it doesn't matter which point. Okay, you can use either point. You can use the first point, and that's your x1 and y1. Your slope is m, so y minus y1, which is 5, equals m, which is negative 1, times x minus x1, which is 2. Or you could have chosen the second point, done this point, y minus 9, your y value, equals negative 1 times x minus a negative 2 means x plus 2. Either answer is fine. You do not need to get both. Okay, you don't need to get both. So, next one, example 2, we have to first find the slope. You have x1, y1, x2, and y2. So my slope, y2, which is 7, minus y1, which is negative 1, over x2, which is negative 4, minus x1, which is 3. 7 minus a negative 1 is 7 plus 1, which is 8. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. So if I go with my first point, y minus a negative 1 means y plus 1 equals a slope, which is 8 over negative 7, times x minus x1, which is 3. Look at that. Or we could have chosen the second point, and if we do that, y minus y1, so y minus 7, equals negative 8/7 is our slope, times x minus a negative 4 means x plus 4. Either answer is fine. Okay? Go ahead and pause and do the U-tries. Okay, lastly, I'm just going to show you about some weird ones here. Yep, that guy looks weird. Here we go. Write an equation for the given information. So in the first one, when we find the slope, we do, here's x1, y1, x2, and y2. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That gives us 0 over negative 5, means my slope is 0. When your slope is 0, you know, think about what that graph looks like. 2, 5, negative 3, 5. That looks like this. That goes through the y-axis at 5. So y equals 5 is the equation. Okay? The next one. Here's x1 and y1, x2 and y2, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 7 minus a negative 3 becomes 7 plus 3, which is 10. Negative 4 minus a negative 4 is negative 4 plus 4, which is 0. 10 divided by 0 is undefined. That means there's no slope or undefined slope. So look at that graph. Negative 4, negative 3, negative 4, 7 looks like this. Remember those equations, it goes through the x-axis at negative, sorry, I cut off, x equals negative 4. That is it for your equation there. It goes through the x-axis at negative 4. Okay, finally when you're given this graph, your slope is 0, okay, horizontal line, that goes through the y-axis at 2, so y equals 2 is your equation there. And that's it.